Alright guys, so welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you lot, and how to become a member. If the join button is available to you, which you will see it on your right hand side or one of those sides, just look. Alright, yes, once you do click that, if it's available to you, YouTube will help you along the way. Alright, so we have a jam-packed show for you. Obviously, we're going to be doing our full length in 2 hours, and then later, depending on how you guys treat this video with the likes, definitely we will be giving you a next show later as well, because we have enough information. Normally we spread it over 2 days, but we could have just done it in the night for you as well. So let me know what say you. So let me start with what we have on list. Coach being named, the length of that time, JFF statement from both the newly acquired YouTuber Simon Preston, JFF personnel, and also the newly acquired Gensec Dennis Strong. We have that as well. Information on what to expect ahead of the game, as in squad released, how it's going to look. The Panama versus Jamaica game, which is for the qualification of the Gold Cup W, ladies, the similar format as to what we're getting in the men's format, in which we're going to be joining forces with the quality teams coming from the South America. Chances of qualifying for that competition, and Reggae Boyz planned ahead for Canada, says Meron Garden. We're going to discuss all of that. Yes. So let me start from bigging up the people inside the chat first. Alright, Puppet of a Seal, massive respect. And guys, before we even go anywhere, we have a pinned link right there. Normally people put super chat on the channel, but we explain this YouTube super chat system. So what you could do, you could still click that one, and then you sign up through it and send it through, and it will come directly to us. And also it will be on our systems just the same. So support that, and you know the thing good. So property for sale, big up yourself. Data Nation, massive respect. Brian Burke in the house, massive respect. Estechny said this is a lose-lose for both parties. No one wins, no one benefits. Well, we're going to discuss it as well. Alright. S-Technique, big up yourself. El Padrino, Lulu, Joseph, big up yourself. Andrew, big up yourself. Lulu, again. Name Smith, big up yourself. Juba, Issa Allen, Lansley Blake, Omar Fowlin, and Sadna with Sheridan, Warrior, 777, MP, Dublin 94, Derek, Devon Peart, Eddie Guna in the building. Alright, so we have run through the first set of people. So let me move on to the announcement, and then we chop it up from there, because yesterday we did a video not knowing anything, and our video was so well done. I have to congratulate Jason, Drew Rust, and the pastor, because everything our pastor said was on point today. If it looked like pastor working for the JFF or something. But anyways, let me move on. So it says it started here. Let me read the one coming from newly appointed member of the JFF, Simon Preston. So let me read that one out, so we can give it from both sides. So this was the one that he released to the press. For immediate release, the Jamaica Football Federation has appointed Xavier Gilbert as head coach of the senior women's national team for the 2 upcoming games of the Concacaf Women's Gold Cup qualifiers on October 25th and 29th. So he did explain that it's a short-term contract, but we know about them and their short-term contracts turning into long-term contracts. Not saying it is a must, but we just saw even a case with him, short-term turning into long-term. So we don't know. For me, I would not be pleased to say this short-term should be turning into a long-term one from my side. Still, that is just me. I think I want to have a highly qualified coach, matching the level of the players that we have at our disposal. Don't know if you guys okay with that, with what I'm saying, or you're saying that, if he wins the 2 games, he should get the job. For me, no. Because those 2 games we're going to get to that, Panama and stuff, and obviously We won against Panama in the World Cup, but those two games will not show you exactly how challenging it is. It will be for a tough road ahead with the bigger teams, where they need to call on tactics and respect from the team itself. All right, let me continue. Gilbert was an assistant with former coach Lauren Donaldson. A squad of players has been selected for the two games against Panama and Guatemala on October 25th and 29th, respectively. The names will be released in a short order. A full technical support staff has also been put in place. Preparation are advanced for the home game on Sunday, October 29th at the National Stadium, starting at 5 p.m. Jamaica time, in effort to augment support. The JFF has decreased the ticket prices from grandstand 3,000 to bleachers 1,000. So, and we'll go through the side. That is coming from Mr. Simon. All right. Thanks for informing us on that. But when we read that and then we get other information out there, we tend to realize that maybe he was not giving the full information right there, because now we are going to go to what been said by the TVJ side, because we have to put it in context. We have to put everything in context. All right, we're going to put everything in context. So let me play this first, then we go over to the Gensec. All right, because the Gensec slightly saying different, and this is saying different as well. So let me play this. Let me know if you're hearing it well.
Days to go before the Concacaf W Gold Cup qualifiers. They are now racing against the clock to find a squad to travel to Panama, just days after a makeshift squad was sent to represent Jamaica at the Pan American Games in Chile.
Are you hearing it? Let me know if you're hearing it.
According to our sources, the bulk of the World Cup squad have indicated to the JFF they are unavailable for the away game against Panama next Wednesday and the home game against Guatemala.
Are you guys getting the audio? Okay.
While there's darkness in the land of wood and water, the Panamanians made their intentions known by announcing their squad on Wednesday in an effort to exact revenge for their World Cup loss. Among the concerns highlighted by the Reggae Girlz in their letter is the failure of the Federation to pay them their World Cup bonuses. The players have also cited the uncertainty over the lack of a coaching and backroom staff. The JFF has also found itself in a spot of bother as it relates to its backroom staff, as TVJ Sports has also learned that some members have made themselves unavailable for this camp due to outstanding fees. According to the staff members who spoke on condition of anonymity, the JFF owes per diem from as far back as the South Korea tour in September of last year and a camp in England where they defeated Sheffield United in April of this year. The staff is adamant that they will no longer go on duty without outstanding sums, including World Cup bonuses from this summer being paid. The Federation's tailspin puts the history-making World Cup round of 16 team in danger of missing out on the inaugural Gold Cup that will have the group winners qualify for the tournament, while the runners-up will jostle in the preliminary phase of the tournament, which takes place between February and March of next year.
All right, so guys, you heard that. We're going to break it down now as to everything that the person said. All right, because we want to make sure we clear it up. This is coming from TVJ News, and they have the reason why I've read it like that, because when I do go through Mr. Because you know in the YouTube space you will have people that come to twist the narrative and tell us stories on top of stories. You understand me? You know that they will do so. So we have to make sure we put out everything by everybody to make sure there is no spin doctors on this project, all right? Because it's very clear. There is nothing to spin on. The Simon Preston put out something for JFF, and also Mr. Trump put out something as well. All right, so there's nothing to spin on this, but I know people will try their best to spin on it. All right, yes, so let me just make sure we get it back from the top to clear up what they have said. And then I'm going to go to Mr. Trump, put it on the screen so you get to see it as well. All right. 1 second, people. And then I'm going to open the phone call so people can come in and give their take as well on what you have heard. All right. All right. So this is supposed to be good now. All right. So let we pull up this again.
Dark and stormy clouds are looming over the Jamaica Football Federation as with days to go before the Concacaf W Gold Cup qualifiers, they are now racing against the clock to find a squad to travel to Panama just days after a makeshift squad was sent to represent Jamaica at the Pan American Games in Chile.
All right. So they said no, this was released hours ago, and they're saying that they don't have any squad. They have to try acquire a squad now because persons did not turn up. They decided that they are not going to get involved for all sorts of reasons. The reasons will come behind that, but you know the main reason. All right. So the statement that puts out by Simon is not accurate based off what they are saying right here. If you will take their information that they're saying, and this is coming, they are getting information directly from staffs that was on the thing itself, and they're going to get into the conversation. All right. Yes.
According to our sources, the bulk of the World Cup squad have indicated to the JFF they are unavailable for the away game against Panama next Wednesday and the home game against Guatemala on Sunday, October 29. While there's that.
All right. So they've said a bulk of it, more likely a good sum of the amount of individuals saying that they are not going to turn up for the game. That is the World Cup's roster that we know. Bulk, more likely, more than 50%. You are going to be seen absent from this. And what say you on that? Are you saying that they should have not done something like that? Or you are okay when you listen to the story? Are you guys okay with it? Because for me, at certain point, you have to get certain things stopped. All right, because that's why I brought out three different stories. I brought out the story coming from inside the camp, from the girls them side. Then we posted one side, which is Simon just indicating what's going on and what had took place. And then we're gonna go through the GenSec as well, and both of them saying the opposite. So for me, I am listening to what these guys said because they were the ones told us that they were trying to get the Morgan from England to come and be the coach. And because of the situation that we explained yesterday, they couldn't get it. And after reading Mr. Chong's letter, I realized that they were right from day one. So I tend to believe them on this story because yesterday they were right because the GenSec came out and actually confirmed what they have said yesterday. All right. Yes. So let me continue.
Darkness in the land of wood and water. The Panamanians made their intentions known by announcing their squad on Wednesday in an effort to exact revenge for their World Cup loss. Among the concerns highlighted by the Reggae Girlz in their letter is the failure of the Federation to pay them their World Cup bonuses. The players have also cited.
And now they've talked about Panama squad already been picked. It's the similar squad to what they have used in the World Cup, clearly, and they gave us a game. They gave France a game, obviously. Once France time came in, it was already done and dusted. So most would say, including myself, that France was not in the right gear, but they still end up scoring goals against France. So it goes to show that, and we marginally defeated them. So that goes to show that if we don't have our strongest team and we want to go with the Buckleys and those persons, I tend to believe that Panama would be significantly stronger than Jamaica if you have to go with that. If it's a mixture, maybe you could get it close to 50-50, but I still would pick Panama ahead of Jamaica if you're using 50% and the 50% you're using is not the best percentage, the best of the percentage, the best of the players them out of that. And I want to think that anybody that said they're not going to turn up, it's going to always be on the big side of players them, the big name players them, and they do take a bulk out of that. You understand me? They do take a bulk out of the squad. If you take out 5 of those players, 2 defenders, midfielders, and the forward and the goalkeeper, I think Jamaica does not have 30% of their strength, because those are the strengthy players them, to be honest. All right, yes. And they started at the end right there to say that they have not gotten their bonuses, none at all. All right, so obviously we heard that they get some money. Some of the players them get some money, yes. but they have not gotten any bonus, none at all. So some got some money, some doesn't get any money. I didn't get any money, I should say, and they have gotten no bonuses at all. So let me continue.
The uncertainty over the lack of a coaching and backroom staff. The JFF has also found itself in a spot of bother as it relates to its backroom staff, as TVJ Sports has also learned that some members have made themselves unavailable for this camp due to outstanding fees.
All right, so the backroom staff that Simon talked about as well, clearly it's going to be a different backroom staff yet again, because they have said from their sources, some of those persons said that they have not gotten paid, none at all. And they are going to move themselves away. Maybe they're just siding with the girls, and then using the payments to say that they are not going to be here. Maybe that's the situation. Okay, no problem. But they are not going to be there none at all as well. All right? Yes, so shocking.
According to the staff members who spoke on condition of anonymity, the JFF owes per diem from as far back as the South Korea tour in September of last year and a camp in England where they defeated Sheffield United.
So the JFF owes money from Korea tour and also Sheffield United. So as far back as those dates. So you need to write them down. So when the spin doctors them come, you know what to expect. You already have the information, because you have people that just make stories up on the fly to spin you around in a circle. Yes, but here the people I'm telling you the truth straight in your face. No going around. So just make sure you record it. Remember for yourself.
In April of this year. The staff is adamant that they will no longer go on duty without outstanding sums, including World Cup bonuses from this summer being paid. The Federation's tailspin puts the history-making World Cup round of 16 team in danger of missing out on the inaugural Gold Cup that will have the group winners qualify for the tournament, while the runners-up will jostle in the preliminary phase of the tournament, which takes place between February and March of next year. The success and recognition of the girls' evolution is on the brink of collapsing with the disarray created with the ongoing coaching situation. Karen Madden, TVJ Sports.
All right, so Karen Madden, thanks very much for that clarity, to be honest, and I want to believe that what they are saying is actually accurate. I want to believe that. All right, we're going to move over to Dennis Strong now. Dennis Strong. All right, so guys, what say you? Yes, that's why I've said I don't listen to people. I just wait until the news come out, and I tend to want to believe these people, because these people are starting from a point of not liking them, wanting to make sure they give the people their credit. The other people they're starting from a point of wanting to impress their owners. So their intention will never be in the eyes of the actual public. So always look at where people's rules coming from, and then you decide what they're going to offer to you. More likely it's not going to be accurate. You get me? You have to protect their owners and their masters. So what these guys are saying, it's accurate, because they told us about the person, and they brought up the main guy that they were trying to get from in England. They were the ones did their research and said to them, "How is it? How is it?" We're going through all of these things, Eddie. We're going through all of them. Don't worry yourself, and we're going to open it. People, you can call in. Let me put the number on this thing. Yes, so that's the number. You can call in. I will open the Discord very soon. All right. Let me move through this, all right? So as you say, the 19th, they said Xavier Gilbert given short-term Reggae Girlz head coach role. Obviously, that was the only thing accurate in this actual written statement coming in the group itself right there, all right? The Jamaican Football Federation, JFF, announced a few minutes ago that Xavier Gilbert will take charge of the Reggae Girlz, who are down to compete in Women's Gold Cup qualification action next week. Gilbert, the assistant of former head coach Lauren Donaldson, will take charge for games against Panama and Guatemala, the 25th and the 29th. All right. According to the JFF, the squad for the two encounters has already been picked, and that news on those named will be released shortly. All right, that's from the 19th, yes. In the meantime, the JFF has also announced that ticket prices, so pretty much the same letter that I have read directly from Simon, that's where they're taking the information from. All right? But what you need to go back for, the girls them wrote a statement as to why they are not coming. All right, so look out for that. I'm going to get that letter and give it to you. I'm going to post it in the Discord and also the community tab for you to read it themselves. All right, so for them to say that the team have been picked, I would be shocked, because if the team have been picked before this letter came out, which is the 19th, so I want to think that they picked the team from the 18th. Why they haven't released it on it's the 20th? And the games are coming on the 25th. You understand me? So for me, the team has not been picked because obviously people dropping out here like flies, and then they're trying to pack it with other personnels, like anybody possible that they can get. All right, so you might see some of the I will doubt it if most of the Americans them come in to take up that one, because I think they're going to side with the rest of the girls, because the girls then put out that letter. I think that other girls won't want to take it up, just not wanting to offend the previous coach and also the other girls them, the main girls them, which would be the reasons why they would have been coming here to play, because those are the persons that they had the affinity towards, not necessarily Jamaica, to be honest. Because remember, people had to convince you to come and play because you don't know nothing about anything. And to be honest, if you go back in history, most of these people that's actually around it, they didn't want these girls to come in the first place. All right. Yes. Devon Porter said, name Smith. The man dead and gone. Let's rest. Okay. So it's a false name. That all right? No problem. All right, people, just call in. We have the phone number. Call in. I'm getting a call already. So let me see. I'm sorry about that. I missed the call. I'm gonna call you back now. All right. Yes. Let me call you back now and take the call. Hopefully you guys are hearing the call. Call are good enough. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Jade.
How are you doing?
Morning, Jade. Long time listener, first time call.
Oh, it's Eddie Guna, man. Jesus God, Eddie Guna. Go ahead and stop giving trouble. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Some shocking news coming out. I hear you reading. I also heard the news yesterday.
Yeah, so which one to believe? Because Simon and the JFF... Which one to believe, Eddie? Because Simon and the JFF have said one thing, and the news has said a complete opposite.
And the news has said something. to be honest, though, you know, JD, both of them can be true, you know, but you need to remember that. You see, when the news write up the story, they write it up from probably in the day, early out in the day. So at that time, things might be different. So they're not going to throw away that news report, you know. They're going to put it out way at 7 o'clock, you know. So you notice what JFF do, they run out and push out that breaking news 5. And they want to get ahead of the news. So they throw out that information before the news. Say, we pick a team and blah, 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 and so maybe things change. So that's why you're getting a disparity. You understand?
Okay.
So maybe that's a reason. So I just calling to say that we need to look at that aspect, because the news don't right. It's not going to change, you know, if it right from another day.
I had said that, you know. I asked that question in between the questions, but if people never turned up, guys, let me know if you're hearing Eddie good enough on the phone. Let me know. So Eddie, if whatever the case is it okay for them? Because remember, the game will be playing Wednesday, right? Wednesday, the game will be playing. So if you don't know who is coming, if you don't know who is coming, you think that you can properly prepare a squad, even if they had made a U-turn? You don't think it's going to still be problematic just the same?
I'm not confident that we have a full complement team. I'm not confident of that.
Okay.
As players have been pulling out left, right, and center. So I don't know if they're going to get players from the Panam, the girls that went to the Panam game.
Okay, so you think that... okay, the girls that went to the Panam game...
Girls and then pull out.
The girls that went to the Panam game was Adam Alokan and those girls, right?
Yeah, and a bunch of local girls.
Oh, Lord God.
So I don't know if when they call the senior girls now, they're going to say, okay, some of these players have to back out. Hence, we're going to replace them with these local girls.
Okay. And to be honest, I'm not going to beat the local girls. I'm going to still watch a game in supporting of the girls because they never pick themselves. You understand me? I'm going to watch it and assess it as well, you know, and then we are going to see the difference. We're going to definitely see the difference and in quality as well. But do you have any faith? Because I had watched them over the CAC games, you know, the mixed squad over the CAC games, and they got some hammering in them, man. Some hammering from Mexico and those teams, you know, man.
To tell you the truth, you know, with the girls backing out, it kind of takes some of the glass off of the game. I'm not really, you know, looking forward to the games again. Because the Panama team is not as easy game person.
No, we know that.
We
use our best team.
Preparation.
We use our best team and beat them 1-0, right?
I don't think we'll get a good result.
Okay. So
I don't think we'll get a good result.
So and if we lose these 2 matches, you know, we're pretty much not gonna go through then, right? Because you need to make up 6 more points.
Yeah, and then we're coming at home Sunday. I think I'll be going to that game though, but I don't want to because we couldn't bring out a crowd when we just came back from the World Cup. We couldn't fill out the stadium, and now we don't have the players and all of the mix up. We're going to get even less fans turning out.
So
don't JFF.
So no,
they just mess up the entire thing.
I heard people clip to people and people said that everybody get paid. And now you're hearing that how much people don't get paid. Why we keep on do this thing? Like why we come out public and say these things when the actual people might tell us that them not get them money and them not do the job until them get them money? Should these people that come out and speak like so confident be penalized then to give the JFF bad publicity? Because you work for the JFF, and if you come out and say wrong information, should you be penalized based on, because remember they said if a vlogger come out and say something wrong about them, they can sue them. So when the people come out now and say them don't get them pay, and the other persons come out will work for in the JFF come out and say that, should they not be penalized then? Because the other day a man came out and spoke on the terms of Donaldson and he gets axed. So should the next man who sell false news to the people get axed or get suspended as well too? I'm just asking you because I want to see where the line draws. So if you don't pick up for them, even the information are false information, clearly by what the people are saying that they are not going to work if they get their money. You don't get no repercussion comes your way. But if you say something opposite to that now, like tell the truth what really going on in the meeting, you're gone. So this is not blatant corruption in the people's eyes. Be honest, Eddie, a blatant corruption this year.
Yeah, man. But luckily the one Stevie J News did say that they didn't call the names, so I think that will protect.
Yeah, but them tell yourself no. I think people already know in the JFF because them say it's coming from the coaching staff.
They know.
It come from the information.
They might not know who exactly.
Yes, them know it come from inside. But to them one we know say them 100% good for them source. Them tell us say it come from out of the coaching staff, and them say them now come back until them get paid.
Yeah, and the girls are not pleased with Xavier as well, so they don't want to play for Xavier. That's the next thing I'm hearing.
Wow. So how you don't look at that? So why would they not want to play for him Is it because he was assistant coach? And I have a follow-up question, you know.
Right.
And he takes back the job.
Right.
Okay, so you think I think that he's a double sword person. But
yeah, in a sense, because when a coach leave, you know, he normally leave with the backroom staff.
Yeah. And they said they paid off him backroom staff. Them not said that as well, like them remove the backroom staff as well. So
only Xavier got money. Let me tell you this: the backroom staff not get the money. Only Xavier got money. So they want to keep Xavier.
Okay.
You understand?
So
I mean, I hear from good source.
Wow.
Good source.
Wow. So Eddie, here we're gonna look at it. People, you just come in 180 in the chat. Massive respect and thanks to Eddie giving us some information as well. Please do hit the like button, get us up to 200 likes. As you know, once you hit the 200 likes, you sure know you get later show again. All right, and you know what thing? Book on paper we come with. All right, so we're not come for this. All that ends. And as we said, the link that is for donate, click on the link, donate directly to the channel. It's going to come up on the screen. So support the thing as how we are putting in the work as well. So Eddie, where am I going to ask, you know, because I think this is the direction we are going to go in for the next month or two. This thing of them putting on people, forcefully putting on assistant coaches on the team. You think it's for these situations? Because remember, I had said this exact thing, you know. Them put them on, for them can remove them, if you get a loophole, if you can put them back in, for not pay for the time there. So they can just get a free job, because when them hire Topper, they gave Topper significantly less and made enough money back in at the time for the time gap there for spend elsewhere. So you think that is like a strategy coming from them?
Yeah. And as I say, historically, we see that happen. And when I did that video, because I said I got the news that Xavier will take over a long time ago.
Yes.
1 month ago. When them just, from the 30th, I believe, I got the news.
Yeah, but that's a true thing, because I thought I commented or I liked that video. True you're talking. So big up to Eddie. Eddie did say that. But Eddie, with you getting the news 1 month now, and then now I have something right here. I have something right here with Mr. Chong. I said yesterday they made the decision for putting Xavier, because that's what he's saying here. Because through the let me read it. Let me read it. Make a hear. That the man say no. They must say through the investigation with the coach at Sheffield United, hence why they have to put in Xavier. See himself. Let me read it. Front runner for the job, Jonathan Garden, coach of Sheffield United women in the English Super League, was expected to be announced on Monday. However, over the weekend, an investigation was opened into allegations of behavioral misconduct, forcing Morgan to step away until those investigations are completed, and hence why they have to make this change. So you see people. But Eddie, and you know why I have to believe you, Eddie? Because you built the video 1 month ago.
Yeah, them already have him as a front runner, because they probably were looking at the money, and obviously to pull him from Sheffield, a bit cheap. So now when this come up now, investigation as the excuse to not get him. So that will just confirm Xavier in the job.
Wow. All right. Damn.
That happened.
So we got two. We got one from Simon Preston. I will not blame him for nothing, because I don't think he knows nothing more than him. He's just regurgitating what people give him to put out.
They just tell him what.
So I'm not going to blame him for nothing. So what he puts out does not come off accurate as the news coming out, and what Mr. Chong saying, the reason by your statement and your proof of the video that you made and told people that this is the man that will be getting the job, prove that maybe this was just a smoke screen from day one. Alright, this was not a smoke screen from day one. He was not on the list until they could have used him as a smoke screen on the list, because they were glad that TVJ brought the information to them, so they could have just spin it back and say, alright then, Aritam, go take over, you know? Wow. Wow. Alright, big boss. Me now hold you up. Yeah, man, it's tough, man. Me now hold you up. Big boss.
Yeah, so go and get ready for work, you know.
Alright.
Get ready for work, you know.
Alright, take your time, big boss, and stay safe. Yeah, man, respect. All right. So that is Eddie Guna, guys. Go and support Eddie Vision channel, people. All right. Yeah, man. Go and support Eddie Vision channel. All right. People, I'm gonna call back everyone. The calls them floating in miles a minute. So Rosie, I saw your card. Call. I'm gonna call it back. Go ahead, Jermaine. How you feeling with these terrible news?
Man. You know, one thing I like with you, and I'm gonna take a minute with you. You don't put out false stuff. You always have your receipts, and I like that with you. You probably stay up at night time and get your facts right before you come out.
Yeah, man, Bossy, why me make a video? Me not come here for bring down Jamaica. Me come here for just expose the truth.
That's one thing I'm saying about you, which is
no, I know, but I know that's me supporting it, and I say me no want to put it out because sometimes you hear things, but you can't prove it. You best just wait, because rushing a video is like you run down money, because obviously when you get click, you get more money. So me no want to do that, because more of my video them last longer. So we collect the information and come with information. Yeah.
Another thing I noticed with you too, you're not a yes man, and you're not a you're not a right. So and to say that I was watching a bunch of shows this week and last week, and what I noticed that you do, you gather information and facts, right? And so I was listening to Mr. Speed talk on a show the other day.
Yeah.
And he totally contradict himself to a lot of stuff that's coming out. Well, not say contradict himself. I mean, you can see that there's that something was planned way ahead of time. Because what Eddie Guna just said, and he had it spot on, because I watched this thing too, and it happened. Come on, nobody is not fooled, right? With the source that's coming out, and hold up. So this is my main thing now. Do you think that the JFF care about their image?
It only when it comes onto the YouTubers, that's why they try to capture the YouTube space, because they thought that YouTube was the only one damaging their character, and it's the only one they can get towards. So they try to manipulate themselves in the YouTube space, but they realize that they never had the biggest YouTubers them. You understand me? So that they can try to manipulate it, which they had already done. So they got off to a certain extent, but the pressure is still here.
JD, let me ask you a question, right? It is exposed that JD is a wife beater, right? And you apologize.
Yeah.
The following month, right? We'll see your wife, right? She have a black eye. The following month, you know, your daughter have a black eye. The following month. At some point, you gotta take some respect. Every day you say, "I fall, she fall down," or something.
Yeah, but remember, listen to this, Jermaine. I have seen this situation played out with different people. When I came here 4 years ago, I said most of these guys, when they hear them say them live a foreign and them come back to Jamaica, and I tell about all the most success in a foreign, majority of the time I lie. If it's true, one thing you come back for do is manipulate people, because you couldn't get that from out of culture. For when you earn something, you get the bragging rights, because foreigners do that. They see everybody are the same, you know how much money you have, so you can't get that Jamaican feeling. So once you see people turn up, they are here to manipulate. And I think most of these persons know that stories in Jamaica last for 24 hours. Nobody connect points, nobody cares about nothing. You get me? So them come out and say sorry, spin the narrative, fool as much people for come and fight with the people them we actually have sense and not put things together, and they just die out over 24 hours for people to just get on and then move on. So that's what they are doing with the media, the pity pat around, and they come in YouTube and does the same. So based off it's getting horrible.
On YouTube who they have their friends who enable their foolishness, and I'm not
agreed
names or anything.
Agreed.
They go on certain channels, right? They're not gonna come to you because you're gonna ask the hard questions, right? But you have some folks, and I'm not. This is not just There's some good people out there, right? Who knows that the organization that they're working for is corrupt, but they're still putting out the propaganda. Right?
Agreed, man.
You were supposed to go in to make it better. You were on the outside. JD, you were one of us, JD. And now you're in the Queen's Palace. You're supposed to know so that man used to eat chicken back and that one there eat canned beef, blah, blah, blah. Let me see how me can help them. No, I'm getting steak now, so I put up, you know, they're going to join the organization now. These guys have, I watched the man out on a program 2 days ago. I was just listening to him lying through his teeth. Everything he was saying was the opposite. And see, coming out now. No, how is this benefiting the island, the nation? To be honest with you, my JD, I order something and I cancel it. I order a jersey and I cancel it.
And that's what a lot of people will do.
These guys.
That's what they're not realizing. That's what they're not realizing. Improving your brand sells more of the product. So if you're selling product enough, some of the times you don't even have to have that amount of sponsors because you're recouping so much funds of having a good name. But for these guys, I don't know if they're just desperately doing it on their own, or they don't know what they're doing and causing more problems, or because you're gonna hear this, you know, let me put this in, or the girls them just going over the top. Because believe me, the next 2 days, that's the news and the image you're gonna see. Because remember, you know, these same set of people, you know, I told people, go back and check things for the last 3 years and you will know who most of these people are. They switched to benefit themselves.
To you, JD,
when they need to listen, people.
And you can back me up with
all
this.
Right?
How I see things run in JA, and this is something that you can attest to. They all have their friends in certain places, and they pinch them off when story gonna break, and their friends in media pitch it their way. All right, I'm not gonna call in the name, right? When me or you here know that's not the narrative, right? When me or you know on the outside know that's not true, they're gonna have their friends put the blame on the girls, right?
Yes.
But anybody who's in the chat that's listening, when you come at JT does his homework, because a few years ago me and him never get along because I used to just listen to him just against this and that. And I want to actually do my homework and realize that he's telling the truth, right? So my apologies to you, but even though sometimes, you know,
me you can still work, and me come from jungle, so stop.
But I have a lot of respect for you, and I love the way how you do your homework and you come with facts, right? But you know, one last point. I just don't really think that these guys care. And I really think that if they cared, they would sit down with you, because if you come out, right, if you call me and say, Jermaine, off the air, and say, listen to me, the way you come on the program and say this and that, I'm going to respect you. But for me, go out and blast you. When Lauren Donaldson was saying that they need to advertise, they need to market, they need to this, they need that, they need to bring in more revenue. They should say, boy, you know, they should have fined for that. Right? But there's something deep going on. There's an old boy culture going down, JD, and it's going to get worse. It's rotten to the core. It's going to get worse.
Yeah, man. The reasoning could go even further. But I will save that for later, because sometimes you expand on some points to show why we're leading to this, you know. And I think it's coming from ego. You get me? But I will expand it and later. I think it's coming from ego-based stuff. All the documentation I've actually gathered from the last 2-3 years with the Sidela to them. And how they appointed things. I've listened to Mr. Spade spoke. I've listened to Vin Blaine spoke. I've listened to the president spoke on the matter. The previous Gensec. And all coming about. These girls are in for whether we like it or not. Jamaica is not up to the day-to-day world standard. Like the way how we think, the way how we act, it is not on the same range. So with those girls going out there and reach a world standard, they want world treatment. So what they want is the girl them to come back and drop back under them, because in our culture it's still like a bad up thing. And you can't talk if you're a lady. So those things are still in place. But tell you what, it's a double entendre sword.
There's a lady there in the JFF, and I heard nothing good about her, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to call her name. There's a lady there. I heard nothing good about her.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to show you where it starts from. But she that's what I said. Later we'll chop up that part as well. Because I think that need to be...
Just one last point. And I know they listen. I know they're watching. I know because, you know me, they watch everybody's show. To the JFF. When my first child was born, I was just a father. I just, you know, just look on stuff that I know. When my second child was born, I become a better father. when my third child was born, I become even a better father. And it take my first child to point out some wrongs that I was doing, and I fix me, and I apologize to him. Take my second child to show me some wrongs that I was doing, right? And it makes me a better father. And I know you guys in JFF are listening.
Of course.
We all messed up, but try to learn from your wrong. Not every blogger hates you. Not all of us hate you, but just try to learn from your wrong. You made this mistake. Okay, let's fix it. Apologize and move on. Be a man. I apologize to my sons, and it makes me better. Me and them have a better relationship now, because I learned from my mistake from each one, and I apologize to them, and I moved on, because I only give them what I know, right? And I learn from them, as you know, and I make it better. Everyone in the chat, have a blessed day. JD, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Take care, Miller. Yeah, man. Bless up.
Respect.
All right, so people, smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Give me a take. Yes, the guy said he canceled his jersey because of the JFF. Obviously, people, I never wanted to buy anything until I felt comfortable that they're putting people, like my kid, inside the national team. Of course, everybody have their reasons for doing things. So if he wants to cancel his jersey, go ahead and cancel that damn thing. I want you. You have to make you don't get bullied into nothing. You get me? As I've told people, Jamaica is one of the most pure pressured country in the world. Remember me tell you that. And the more you start going places, you would realize what I'm saying right there. Nobody should bully. If you want to cancel their jersey, you cancel that Ross. And make sure you send a letter to them and tell them, say, nah, buy a next jersey until them change up them dirty ways. And if you put in 4,000, 5,000 requests like that, you're frightened to see that the request actually works. Alright? Don't follow the BS and just walk down a blind path with people. Alright? Yeah, man. Don't run down a blind path. Alright? I was bullied into buying jerseys as well by Demo. By Demo. Yes. Rosie, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Yes, man, cancel. Whatever you want, cancel. Just threw me up on the stream, and the one Demo called me out and bully me. That's how I buy the jersey. And where's the big boss? Go turn up your mic.
Yeah, I don't know what. You not hear me?
Yeah, man, we are here a bit now. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I say is JD. Question: who hires the backroom staff? Does the coach come with his backroom staff, or them hire head coach and then
it's a mixture?
Give him a backroom staff.
It's a mixture. Remember, Mr. Speed come on and say them now hire no coaches. Them now hire no coaches without them give back something to Jamaica. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna pin on somebody without you having a choice. You can bring your fuse, but he's going to put on one on it. So that's why Miran Garden end up there, and that's why this coach end up there. So that's how they go, and that's why I said, I wonder if this is I said similar something like this before in a Rose. Say, I wonder if try things. Say once you think the next man can take it over, and you can control them, and because you invest so much in them, you can destroy the next persons.
Yeah, but what I have to tell you is, I look on it like this. Because here people say, the assistant coach. Because I think earlier Eddie would have said, I don't want to quote him wrong, but was he trying to say like Xavier would have stabbed the coach and I'm back by taking the job?
Yes, I think the girls will look at it like that because.
Yeah, but let me show you something, JD.
But you need to listen to what he said.
Yeah.
He said he was one of the only ones that got paid. What he gets his information. So and remember the news came out that others don't get any money. And they said they're not gonna turn up. So hold on, Rosie, let me set my stage and they go ahead. Where I support him, if me and 70 man at work, them I get them pay. You can't come hire me to tell me so me need to take the job. Me I tell you me I stand in solidarity with my team. Me not take the job. Me no love Jamaica more than none of the other man them. You have to pay everybody, then me come back. So to get the other people them, because me not gonna lose genuine people because more make a nickel. So my stance that go ahead, big boss.
Alright. So my thing is this. This coach that got in place. Who put him in place on the staff? Who put him on the staff?
Who put him on the staff? Big boss, ask Mr. Speed. Because Mr. Speed came on my channel and explained how they are
there's a reason. No, then that's why me I said to you, say, if alright, just like where they have the Reggae Boyz. If Algrimison should go right now, any person where him come with team staff, I go with him.
Yes, and
Person
Mr.
where
Maron
them
Gardner take over.
the person where them put now I'm gonna away. I'm gonna probably take the job as an interim head coach.
Yeah.
Because if you realize that's how them set up the system. Because if them put somebody in there, they put the person is a safeguard. We say, all right, the coach get fired. Coach are gonna walk with him backroom staff, but to have somebody in there can go and steady the ship for us. It look at we yes, but me I say that is all them up.
So Rosie, all right, no problem. Fear enough, Rosie. A good point that you show. You show a good point. Them put him in. So are the girls them fool to believe that he would have picked them side. So when the girl them figure it out on this side, them now come no way. You agree with the girls them for not for come no way then?
For me, you know, for me with the girls them, just like anybody else, I told somebody, I said this yesterday to someone saying that if you were working JD, say for example, so they call it to do some analysis for a few games, and when you did it, you don't get a pay yet, and them call you, I know say you're in the elite category of persons who do analysis. And
Yeah.
call you again say we have 4 more games, you know. But then you say, but me never get my money for the last 5 games. You understand what I mean? So even if me to get $100 and you pay me $70, because you know me to get to look for bonus and something, but you don't pay me game by game fee.
Yes.
So me look upon it like that. So if I was a person like that and them do that and persons do that to me, I gotta tell you so I can't come. And if you come now and say, you are going to get somebody else, anybody that is supporting people to say they would get somebody else, it's the same thing they would have supported their workplace. If your boss say, no, I'm going to pay you, the work them what you do, you might go just hire somebody else. You imagine if everybody that do that. It look weird. So if you did something, bro, you do the work, you must get your pay. And if you are going to stick out for your pay, or something that for your pay, protest for your pay, it's the same like anybody else. Police protest to them pay, nurse protest to them pay, everybody protest to them pay. So the girls, them have all right not to come. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have all right to say, watch it now, not coming until me get paid. And a simple mathematics that. Because we have this thing where you work first, then you get paid after. What if they pay the girls then first? Right? So for example, they pay the girls them first, and then them 2 games come up, them wire money to the girls them and say, this is gonna pay for the next 2 games. And the girls them now come up. JFF could have carried the girls them go court and sue them because we paid you.
Yes.
And you did not turn up.
Yes.
So it's the same way, you know.
So yes, so for the solution going forward.
Put it like, because they put it in an accounting term, JD. It's a liability. Because it's like unearned revenue where you collect money, but you don't do the work yet. Or you do the work and you don't get the money yet. So one is wages payable and one is revenue payable. So it's like the wages payable to the girl them. So the girl them do the work. So JFF have on their books in them accounting record, when them do them accounts, they're supposed to have something say wages payable. And in wages payable, they're supposed to have the backroom staff and the girls them on that section. We say, them owe them. So it's a liability. They owe them that money. Isn't it something I say at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Because if the girls them get paid and they not do the work, on the girls them side, it would be the work where them need to go put in. Because if they not do the work, then the JFF have all right to carry them go to court and say, pay me back my money.
Okay.
Or as a matter of fact, you have to go pay me extra money because I paid you this money. And in the time when I try to get other people, I can't get them because I did not have the money to pay the other people them. Because we pay Uno and Uno to come do the work. You see we're not even, it could have cost the girl them more than the local stipend, whatever get, if it is that they get paid and they never complain.
Yeah.
There's the same thing with the JFF. We say, once you pay the girl them. So to me, for the number one reason I didn't like what the girl them did with the Vin situation. I like certain situation in terms like player power where you can push out a coach. Me not support that. But you see this part where you forget your money a different argument that. That's not player power, brother. That's just you work and you have to get your money. Isn't it?
Yeah.
That is not player power. That's just you work and you're supposed to get compensated for the job they do. Because at the end of the day, we all know say on a salary, the JFF are paid. It's match fees. So every game when you can represent the country is match fees. I'm say it just like everybody, the girl them and every girl play for a club because some of the female football is not as developed as male football. I'm not gonna say to the writers them do it to the men them, but the man them could have probably cushioned it better. So the man them probably not depend on the match fee when they come play for Jamaica. It's just a principle thing where you need to pay the man them. But the girl them is not just only principle. Some of them things are
so you'd feel if them bring it to FIFA. Because remember, Jamaica, pretty much, me have documents to say that JFF pretty much depend on the line with FIFA, you know. So how would I feel? You think say them bring people? You think say they may bring down Jamaica if them bring it to FIFA and Jamaica get a ban in the end? Because that can happen, you know, because FIFA gave them the money, you know, the physical money. And obviously they are still dispersing funds for different things. You have Guatemala game. It's our away game. We don't know if it's Guatemala paying for everything, and they need to come out and tell people how they do those things. But I the last time I heard people saying that they spend money to go to games, away games. I thought that the individual would have paid for that. So if that's the case and it's the same way, that means you're paying money out of your own pocket, but not covering your previous expenses. So how that makes sense when it was paid out for you to pay them, because they knew that the stipulations of the taxes could be sorted out of your hands. Hence why they gave you the money there and then they failed to get their money. That is a big problem. You get me?
But JD, me hear the situation too about the taxes. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, me I say even the situation where my thing is this: which money is owed specifically? Because them people are capturing the situation.
I played it. Just pull out the video and you hear me play it, because I don't want to play the clip too much, because TVJ don't like when you play their clip too much. So I played it twice. So you just pull it back and you hear it.
So now me I pull it back and
you hear all of the funds that's been owed to the staff and also the players as well. And from what date as well? How much back dates?
You see the money from FIFA. If the money from FIFA is owed to the girls, then the money from FIFA, them can go to them can bring up this to FIFA.
Yes.
You see the money, the match fee from the JFF is kind of a different situation.
But they can still bring the match fees to them as well, because it's something that they signed on and it has to go to FIFA as well after. So they have the paper.
Yeah,
so if you don't get the money, you're slave with that.
I think that one day probably end up it'll probably end up
in a court. Yes, they can't publicly fine you fast. I know where you're getting to, which you have a good point. But if it goes to court, it's a next bad rep on their names, and they are not going to win it.
They would win, man. Because I think say the best thing with the girl them could do is if they go to FIFA, escalate it to the court arbitration. Isn't it? Because I just say it have to go end up in a court where them have to just pay them money. Because when you get the court order, you pay money or you go to jail. Simple as that.
Alright, bossy. Me I go open the discards. If you want to come in for the discard, you can. Because me have 2 hours. So
me I jump off, man, and go in for the work, man.
Alright.
The people them, bro. I just said the people must speak that to my boss.
Yeah, man, I must speak. No, me listen well, you know. Me listen well.
Just sell merch, JD. You have to go get one.
Yeah, spin doctor, you know. Yeah, man.
Spin doctor.
Spin doctor. Alright, big up, big boss. Alright, big up. Alright. So that was CC. People smash the like button. 240 in the house. This brother named Ishmael says we are hypocrites. We are hypocrites because it was the same thing happened to the boys, and no, this is different. Ishmael, you're a hypocrite because you come here to spin. You are one of the spin doctors, and you were one of the spin doctors from day one. Yes. So they were owed. The Reggae Boyz were owed money, and in a negotiation, to get something sorted out. This is a coach lost their job. And these girls have gotten the money to hand over. So one, they were owed. The Reggae Boyz were owed. That is one thing. Via the JFF. The girls, them, they are not. The JFF never did give them anything different from their money, that normal money. With the money that they got from FIFA. So JFF cannot tell them that they don't have it because they got it. So it's completely different what you're trying to spin towards or spin out of. You're not accurate. Because one, JFF could have told the guys them that they don't have enough money, so that's why they could have negotiated. They can't tell the girls them that they don't have enough money because the money was given to them and they know about the money. So sometimes stop trying to find a way to spin. Because that's a true statement you want to come in here with. Your true statement you want to come in here with, or who you want to pick up for. A long time you know you're there, I know who you is. Alright, so nobody with it today. Alright, nobody with it today. Yeah, go ahead, Neil. The man come in with hypocrite. I know why he come across, I know. He come across a different thing, but he going to use that as a manipulation for cause so he want cost about.
Imagine it like the JFF system.
Yeah.
Like the JFF coaching system.
Yeah.
The man for themselves and got versatile.
Yeah.
Because we have to start Premier and God. You see me I say?
Yeah, man, but me did one only the last time. About the same thing, I may say, is this right for forcefully put people on the teams of the coaches them?
You never know a man a work somewhere. See? And you are going to do a job. A job is a contract. And a man a force people on you, so you have to train them. You see me I say?
Mm-hmm.
A force people on you, so you have to train them. So, them are people American guards to take the work if anything go out of control. American guards never take the work and coach inside. So, them can look and say, oh, you not learn from him, so you can manage it.
Mm-hmm. And the people can support it for a little while.
Yeah, because you mean not work. Yeah, let me tell you something. We can kiss Gold Cup goodbye, everything. You understand? Jamaica and quite five, because in Jamaica, full team be able to beat Panama. So, how we ever beat Panama with this stupid team? We man them a conjure. And sometimes I wonder, JD. I wonder to myself and me and say, well, sometimes I wonder if the man them even have shame. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Because if you ever do something like that, then I know that people are watching because and like it was do a bad job. So people are going to say, alright then, he do a bad job, so we have to fire him. The coach may not do a good job. You have to fire the coach. And you don't have no, well maybe you have somebody line up a plan to you, or maybe they never have nobody line. Maybe they just have a plan to just give the brother a job.
People, one second, boss. They must say it low, but me don't know why it low because my bucket, hold on now. My turn it up.
Better.
Me don't know why them not hear better. Let me see if I can.
I hear Rosalie good look while. Oh, I see name Rosalie.
Yeah, man, I see name Rosalie, man. Rosie.
Can I name that? Rosie?
Let me know if it's louder now, people. Let me know if it's louder. Go ahead, Neil, because it sounds louder to me.
I want to see if I can change.
Yeah, man. It buck. It's supposed to be very loud now because I'm hearing him loud. So let me know if you guys are hearing him loud. All right. It look like me suppress the signal because I wanted to get it through a specific earpiece. Yeah, go ahead. Them say them I hear you well. No, go ahead.
Yeah, but when I say JD, if people them wicked, but I don't know if them wicked, I then just do things because they can do things and they don't care about nobody else. Because they can't understand how you have to fire a coach. See? Because basically they fire me.
Yes.
They got a renewing contract, but if you're smart enough, you don't have to fire them.
Them fire him.
Them I said,
you know, not care what they want, spin it.
Yes, that's why they fire. Me no business when nobody wants it. So and like say man do a bad job, man do a good job. So you have this money and tag along with him. See? So at the end of the day, fire the man because your ego. But then you have this money now where you see your lineup. Probably they never line up. Nobody. Probably them not plan to this brother, yeah. Intern job from before they fire him. But they just don't know how to come up with it and tell people say them and get this better job. But because they claim to say they fall in a spot, you know, a perfect opportunity to just get this man the job and make him take it.
Yeah.
You see me I say?
Yeah, agree.
If you have little semblance of sense, you know how football go. Why you never just keep him and then until just finish with the Gold Cup qualifying and make sure I Gold Cup, maybe you can get somebody to put in place by then time. So after he got to fire the man, I think them people that feel like they're important. Alright. Me no feel that way coach saying the JD. And I say them I say girl them no it's fake and anything there. Them Billy says all about them. You understand? Like you know that you Jamaican and I talk to a man, see?
Mm-hmm.
It's simply thing where you say, a man say disrespect him. You disrespect him. And nobody can talk to him and tell him, listen to me. Even though they might attack, they might do good. Say, okay, I just mash up the thing. So because people out there are watching thing. Because I'm like say, JD, if a woman think me not struggle, and they attack all kind of thing, and they get rid of them. Nobody would business. Because nobody now watching.
Agreed. We wouldn't really feel away.
Yeah. But you have to just mash up the thing. Just because you want ego. Why you feel hurt? Because the man says something. And in your pocket. Because you are complaining here, bro. See? But you have mash up a program. It is somebody who I support the program.
Yeah.
I broke like a dog.
Facts. It makes perfect sense.
You can't pay people them. But your ego so big, you can't sit down and consider the consequences of where you put yourself in.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and I know me talk about the quote thing, but I think I just if you girl them carry my quote, and that's why quickest way for them get banned by FIFA.
Yeah, man, them for carry them, man.
I think FIFA don't want them thing going on no government kind of thing like no court business and anything there. So if you go them carry my quote, they won't get banned.
But they should. This is the first time I'm gonna come out and say, me not really business if Jamaica want to get banned in any format.
Brother,
because if the people continuously do this thing, obviously we heard from the next madman them over the next side where them not make no sense at all. So with them people not do good, none at all, right? They are not doing good and they don't care about the people them. And the next man them over there say, are some xenophobic madman where tell us I saw them run things. That not clearly tell us FIFA really need to come here and realize them man are literally the country does not have people stable enough. This some way no, but the country don't have people stable enough to actually run the football. The country don't stable enough to find some people for run the football. Because some man, guys, I'm telling you, I want you to go back and listen to all of the big coaches in Jamaica. Some of the most xenophobic across them. Then you listen to the opposing side where I watch Mr. Ricketts are doing thing here, even though he's not doing a good enough job as well. But at least he was still opened to bring in everybody where Jamaican. The next man them xenophobic as Rasto. So that proved to me that every time you put everybody on a scale, we are going to always get them to be a xenophobic set of Ras. That look like a data with natural state where we're coming now. It's like those people were educated and go overseas and really realize that everybody are Jamaican, The next man over there to suffer just like how we suffer to, what are we are Jamaican, It look like the only boy, I don't know. I honestly believe that me wouldn't feel bad if we get a ban. Me honestly, me no want it up in there, but me wouldn't feel bad if the girls go out and make this thing stop.
But JD, you'll find it, see? You will make the thing about you. Nobody no want to hear about you. Nobody no want to see you. You're not a player. You're on the administration. Why you have to put yourself in everything? Why you want people to talk about you all the while and never do a good job? All the time. And then like you do a good job, and you want people to say, well, this man has done a good job. So him and him not do a good job, and they might send to chat and everything better.
Yeah, man, you see,
understand?
you see the big ball them come on the plane. a ball and man you see on the plane. I take pictures. So the man them more involved in a thing is an experience for them and is a hype for them, and you know, I mean, I don't know. It's just very sad.
Come like some woman, brother, where it's a seek attention, Bridget. Because, JD, if you make your father, or them fire code, come in and know, go in them mind, go them think, go try that plan now. Because come like them and just get up and
but Neil, remember I can't play that clip, people, but I have a clip. I have a clip that says that the lady from inside the JFF saying that one away off a left. On half a fire him, me now make him disrespect me like that. Him half a go.
Actually, I go for the program now.
But me no see she. Me no know what our coaching badges is. More, obviously, from me get the clip, other people inside the chat will have the clip as well. And anybody that hear the clip, drop a yes or no. Yes, she was saying that him have left, and as to why she explained, you know, when you know somebody incredible stupid, when him explain, when she explain what the man do, and what the man do has nothing to do with him, and the easiest way to figure that out, just like the analogy that you use when you go to deal with a person in Jamaica and how them react. Listen to this. A man come to you, people. Listen to this good. Listen, we have 247 people. Listen to this good. A person from in the JFF, she conducts the things, the affairs around the girls them. The girls them going on a team bonding. The girls them overheard a conversation of her on a phone disrespecting Sidela. So we are putting it out there directly as how it is. So the girls them said no, remember it's a team bonding. The girls them said they don't want her on the bus. But because the coach saying that he does not want them to be disrespectful to her, because remember, you know, it's a player. And the coach controls and run what the players then put out. So he himself now took the responsibility, or maybe them told him to go there and tell her that it best she don't, him listen to them story and him say it best you don't go on the bus, you know, because they don't really want you on the bus. They overheard the conversation and stuff. The first thing she turned around and said, her interpretation, the interpretation was the girls them never said that. Him I forget fire. You know. So she not go. The first thing if you are an investigator, the first thing you're gonna do, you know, or anybody who have any sense of intelligence. Alright, you know what? I'm going to not go on the bus, but I'm going to call these girls since I have contacted them and say, listen to me now, Mr. Donaldson said I should have not come on the bus. And he said, you guys said so. So can you agree that you said so, or it's him saying that? And I know the girls them will speak up directly and tell her why. But you know what she did? She skipped that step because it looks like they wanted to get rid of him because they never wanted to hire him in the first place. So this was the perfect opportunity to just spin the narrative and then get rid of him. And then she came up with the statement, he has to go because somebody have to go. Him not go disrespect me like that. The man never disrespect you. The man never disrespect you at no point. The man tell us it's somebody else. So hold on, if you carry a news, Neil, if you carry some me say me I got thump down T-Gat when me see him. When me thump down T-Gat when me see him. Me tell you for the tell you, T-Gat that now. T-Gat have the right for thump you in your face?
No? I think that remember say me really information say T-Gat, you know me a JD for this one I say me got thump in
me I got thump down T-Gat. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Oh,
hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but wait till I'm finished with the call because you don't need to turn on your video, Pastor. Nobody now see you. I me alone see you. You can just turn on your video.
I can understand JD. What kind of reason for what them I do? You understand? And JD, me I cut down still, but
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, last night I play some domino. Big up yourself, Pastor.
All right, Pastor, big up yourself.
All right.
All right. Alright. So Pastor coming in on the other line. People, the link is here. And guys, alright, so Demo saying burn out the girls then for that. Yes. Big up Jason, big up everyone that comes in. We have 268 in the house. And remember guys, as we said, 200 a normal day. So if 200 people hit the like button, you know that you have your show secure for later. We have put a link there for people that normally donates to the channel. You go there and donate to it, but what it does now, it pays us directly. YouTube won't have to pay us. So what you do, you click the link for all the person that normally donates. For people that can't, we don't pressure you at all. Alright, we don't pressure you at all. Alright? But people that wanted and tell me to put it up there. Yes. Yeah, so people that wanted it to donate, that's the link you should use, not the super chat. But you can still write your information and it will come up on the screen and I can read it out just the same as a super chat. So I've made it a super chat format for you. So it's very easy. Alright? JD, nothing to do with xenophobia, my brother. Follow the money. Alright. Big up Lamar. How you doing, man? Go ahead, Dub. Because I have people in the Discord, so they are cussing. So go ahead.
Yeah, we are going good.
But I'm there, I put all the information together, it don't look good, and it's a next situation that might go down the failure route, and it might not have done so.
Yeah, a long time, you the people might talk about this band thing, and I say, boy, you know, but we don't play the guitar, you know.
Oh, you say that play the guitar, you know?
Band, come on.
Boy.
Boy, brother, rough. Cause JD, you know, so when you look into it, you know, you say, Jody Brown and look girl the way I got college. Then, get no money, you know, JD.
Yeah.
The little girl, then, man. I'm going to tell you something, JD. You know, see, a lot of man when a good job in America, I make more money than some of them girls, brother. So, woman soccer player and make no whole heap of money, you know. Me can give and take. When the man them call, like, say a man make all 100,000 a week or 20,000 a week or so. You can give and take. But we don't know where woman do them money and make them money a year to man, so brother.
Well, a power I know, bossy. A power a man I say can't talk to him certain way, when you go like on too much, then put people in a position you want to change them, then the woman come in, she want to change them, so it's like a woman dominated section, you know? So the football woman they want to dominate them.
Come back to ego, cause what you know, JD, if me have my business and a man have it, alright, first thing with football, if you employ a coach, 6 months and 7 months can go past and you not see the coach. No matter how the man having ego and say certain things, as long as him are doing job and you not see him and you not interact with him not come in your yard, you not at the same restaurant. Just make the man go and do him and do and leave ego out of certain things, brother.
Facts.
And you not have to prove to people, because, you know, brother, sometimes, you know, listen, man, me and you not to be friends. But as long as we are get that done, we forget it done, you know what I mean?
Alright, so you know what we're gonna do now? What we're gonna do, the people? Because like when them fired them remove the next man because he spoke out against JFF. I want to see how this is going to finish, because remember it's a four games they're going to be playing, 2 for Guatemala and 2 for Panama. So if they lose these 2 games, which is highly likely if they don't have a good squad, they pretty much can't qualify that route, you know. So I want to see the next route that they're going to use to qualify. And one second, Pastor man. Me up on the phone, me tell you say the 2 things can't link. Just wait until me done the Pastor man. Yeah, Bob. All I'm saying is, so if that happen now, who will be the person in the chopping block? Because you have to evaluate all failures, you know. So will that person get fired?
The people, the JFF and the tailor, brother, no, them are your coach and them think the brother. At some point, you know, JD, when you have fire, you know, you can't fire just coach, you know, you have to fire administration and everything. You know,
so no, that may I say, because no, you know, the coach of fire. You have Mr. The temporary person. You know, the coach of fire. So the person who make the move to remove that person.
A back and belly rat the man here, man.
Carla, I have nothing to do with that, you know. I did Carla, alright? So I'm not disrespecting the man, because you have a lot of people, they said we are disrespectful, you know, because maybe we speak our mind, you know.
Tell them sue me.
All right,
What have you
bossy.
said, JD? Me dep on guitar in a band.
All right. People, I wouldn't want them to get the ban, but I don't care if it happen. If it happen at one point, I don't care. You get me? At first, I would say don't ban nobody. You understand me? But at this point, I don't care because it looks like these people, they try to find ways to funnel their little dirty behavior rather than fix the behavior. You understand me? They will do everything to enhance their dirty behaviors. Alright, people, we have not reached 200 likes as yet, so you're not doing us any justice. We have 270 in the house. Alright? To all the people calling for a ban, you guys seriously don't get it. Why would you ban them? S-Technic, I said I have never called for a ban. You're not listening, S-Technic. I said if they do end up with a ban because if it goes through a court and they don't believe that they're running anything good, I have no problem because these are things that could be sorted out. If somebody pay the money to pay somebody, they can't pay them. Me don't know what kind of life you have then. You understand me? S-Technic, me don't know. I don't know. So if it goes that way, that's what I've said. I've never said I wanted the ban, but if it comes, it comes. Go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead, Pastor. Because you bully your way into me affigate the mic.
Are you referring me? Are you trying to align me with the JFF?
Alright,
Please
Pastor.
don't do it.
Are you guys
No.
hearing the Pastor? Because I'm not hearing him now. Alright, yeah, go ahead,
You
Pastor.
hear me? You hear me now?
Yeah, man. Everybody, people, you're hearing Pastor in the background? I think they're hearing you. I think so.
Okay, good. All right. I am not affiliated with the JFF in any way, shape, or form, nor good. No behavior comparison. What I do know about financial management, when you receive money for a particular purpose, if you fail to use the money for that purpose, the nice American term for it is misappropriation. If you cannot account for the money that you received, the nice American term is embezzlement. The Jamaican term for both of that is thief. So the JFF, having collected money and not pay it out, did not just misappropriate, then thief. The JFF, for not accounting for the money, again, them thief. I've said that to say this. Mr. Chung need to realize that he's not the only person in Jamaica that did economics or accounting or financial management or business studies. Right now, any audit is drawn that is not done by the JFF, especially if it's a forensic audit, the behavioral practices of the JFF renders them liable and may very well be criminally liable. Next point. For those persons who are challenged to realize that the Reggae Girlz, despite how well they do, is the sore eye or the black eye on the JFF, you need to go to the ophthalmologist. The JFF has never been responsible for the proper running of the female program. It was made so because Captain Burrell at the time did not see the JFF having the resources, neither human nor financial, to adequately execute the running of the female program. Hence the need for Sidela Marley. And I ask anyone to challenge me on this. I started paying attention to female football in Jamaica in January 1999. I know about the starting and the failing of the female football program. I know about the resurrection, because if you go in Bible terms, Sidela Marley is the Christ for the female program, as she carried out of the grave.
Don't talk too loud. My Travis beat you up on our nail. You continue.
Yes. As she are the Christ for the female program. As she take it out of the grave. And by all indication, she is the leader in the sustaining of the female program. Because the JFF has failed miserably on so many turns. Equipment get left at airport. Flights cannot be booked. They have to go through 5 different countries to get to one place where they only need to go through 2. They can't get proper facility for rest up and get masseuse and what have you not. They can't get back pay, nor can they get the money that was allocated and given to the JFF for them to get. The JFF not even making effort to sustain the program. So the program is doing well in spite of the JFF. And because the program brings spotlight on Jamaica, it shows up the inadequacy and ineptness of the Jamaica Football Federation. And this is why the JFF continue to be an antagonist to the girls and to Sidela. And it gets worse. And we're not going to stop calling your name Mrs. Walker Brown, because you like to portray yourself as a feminist, but you are no more disgusting and disruptive than these men who have shown that they hate women. You, Miss Walker Brown, who was a part of the failed female program, also have a diabolic reason to be fighting against Sidela Marley and the girls. Because her action, production, and progression has shown up you, Miss Walker Brown. So from the get-go, you don't like Sidela. Let us put that out there. And you have the lackeys support that is called the JFF. Let me cap this so that somebody else can chime in. Here is our reality. Newton's law of physics. There is an equal or equivalent reaction to every action taken. The JFF, in trying to clutch away, grab away, take away the program from under Sidela's care and astute management, start to blame. They were happy when Busby got into that legal situation because they could now get rid of the total Sidela package. Because it was Sidela's responsibility to get Minzy, Busby, and Donaldson to take the females to the World Cup in 2019. So they were glad to get rid of that total Sidela package. They jumped at it and they thrust the same pale body, Vin Blaine. Every female like to have things pushed down their throats. Some of them like to decide what goes in their mouth.
Pastor.
That's just something for the JFF. No, hold on.
Pastor, Jesus
I'm not going to do anything more than that, JD. I'm not going further than right there. The reality is, because they found it offensive that their program was being thwarted by the JFF, they stood up and demanded that they got a coach at the level that they are at. It does not make sense, JD, for you
Pastor,
to be like...
Pastor, you say you're gonna slow down and let me can come in, and then you never give me a chance. You just
go ahead.
Go ahead. Where that ladies like things thrown on them throat come from? Man, I like things thrown on them throat as well too.
No, we're speaking about female football.
Okay,
JD, we're speaking about female football.
You never, that not necessary, Pastor. I don't know if you try to exercise words when you come here on the platform. But just take time, man. Just relax, Pastor, man. Jesus God, man. Lord God, man. Anyways, people. The money was paid out. The money was paid out for a good question coming from Triple E. The money was paid out a month after. Because some persons got their money. Nigeria got their money 3 weeks after. Nigeria case was completely different. They had to give the money to the girls them because nobody never believed them were going to get the money and then prove that they weren't going to get the money. So what I think the Reggae Girlz should have done to make up a storm like Nigeria inside of the event itself. We had a storm, but we never went directly to the FIFA. We should have went to the FIFA and the FIFA would have added our name to the list to say that we're going to pay them out directly. Because Nigeria ended up to get their money because they proved that some of them not even sleeping in good beds or nothing. Two of them have to sleep on the same bed, which is not their choice or anything when they actually paid for accommodation. Alright? They paid for it, but they gave it to the federation to pay through them. So for the payments for hotel and those stuffs, they never just gave them the hotel. They gave them the money for the girls them. And the mistreatment of Nigeria, and they proved it with pictures and everything to show what they have to be doing. They get their payment 3 weeks later. So I think Jamaica money reached between the 3 weeks and the 1 month and 1 week time. Alright, it's FIFA World Cup. It not take 1 year or 2 years after for pay people. They are making a load of money. The World Cup was a record-breaking performance. In 11 days, they have made more fans more than anywhere else in any FIFA World Cup ladies before ever. So it made like 3 times the amount of attendance ever. So the amount of money they made in that World Cup, it was not normal. They could have paid people back for maybe the first 2 weeks. No, from the first week in the World Cup, based off just the amount of attendance. So the money thing, no make nobody fool at Triple E. The money was already paid over very, very early. You get me? They look. It's obvious. You listen to Mr. Chung, he's the one that's dealing with everything. That's why I say when you hear spin doctors attack, it don't make no sense. Because clearly they are not educated on this subject. Because if the man come out and he said, alright, 1 month ago he said 2 weeks time we're going to pay them all of their money. Because the money will be coming in. We're going to get the money in 2 days time. So that 1 month ago, he said, 1.5 months ago, he said, we're going to get the money in 2 days time. So we're going to get everything cleared up and then pay them. So Mr. Chung already told you, Triple E, that he's going to get the money in 2 days time. So you never need me for go feet, That makes sure I tell you, so sometimes people just use a bag of word. I don't realize, them just try mislead, The facts are always there. Chung said it out of his mouth when they got the money. And remember, he might try to cover up things. So he wouldn't tell you when he gets the money. So go back to the date when he was talking on TVJ. And I will try to find that clip, Triple E, send it to you. And you hear him say it out of his own mouth. And when you expect the girls them to get it. So it's a month and hard pass. The Canadian game passed and they don't get their money. It was before even the Canada game. Before any one of the legs. He promised to give them their full money and everybody their full money. And then when the firing of Donaldson, you start to hear that the backroom staff and Donaldson never got all of his money. So that's where you start hear the money problems start coming out. You get me? First responder, this is the number. Let me give you the number. Yeah, so the information is always there, you know. That's why I don't listen to people, you know, people. Because I just give you the information. Because the information is there. Why would I listen to somebody else when I Mr. Chung are the one who deal with all of the affairs? If him tell me same have the money, why would he lie and say we have the money, can pay them, when before he told us that he was waiting on the money to pay them because we don't have enough money? And to prove that he does not have enough money, they had to go to corporate to buy 4 plane tickets to go to Australia. So clearly they don't have enough money because they needed to go to corporate. They needed to go to corporate to borrow money, and that is physically on the JFF. So I'm not just taking his word for it, you know. I'm putting things in action because corporate was there, confirming that they called them in the morning to beg the money. You understand me? No. Umzo, I'm trying to show you how I investigate things. So even when I know it's not beneficial, I know he's not lying, I still confirmed that he's not lying because corporate come and told you that they don't have enough money because they had to come and borrow the money from them. So they couldn't have $1 million to pay out to the girls them. Go ahead, Carla. How are you doing? Hello, good afternoon, Carla. How are you doing? Yes, I'm hearing you. How are you doing? Yeah, how are you doing, Bazi?
JD, am I on?
Yeah, man, you're online. Where are you now?
All right, JD. I have some questions to ask you.
Yes, go ahead.
I personally, I'm not in love with the JFF, but I'm just wondering. They said they had a cash flow problem.
Yes.
And you know, the girls have to go to where they go? The Panama Games?
Yeah, the Panama Games. I'll put it on the screen now. The Panama Games,
Alright, so let's say they have to go to the Panama Games 1, and then the Reggae Boyz had 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a cash flow problem. You see, what I would blame them for is transparency, because
yes,
they have a cash flow problem. So what they would do now is maybe borrow some money from the girls' pool, even temporarily, and say, you know what, we're going to borrow some money from the girls' pool, and we're going to fund this, and we're going to fund that, because there is a cash problem. So,
stop. One second, Carla. Stop it right there. But if you are, remember, you know how much money coming in from the girl them the time, and you know when them get disqualified, them get eliminated. So you know how much money are coming. So if you know how much money are coming, why would you still, if you know you have, and these games were planned, so you know these games are coming. You understand me? You know the Canadian games are coming.
I did ask someone recently about what is the returns on the Nation League matches. And the response on that was like, it was vague, like they don't really get no money for the Nation League matches.
I will bring you that information. I will get that information for you, yeah?
Alright. So another thing too, with the women versus the men and the organization. So you see how the women program run, that you never hear nobody leaving his suitcase over there, so nobody not get left at airport. Is it a pride thing why you couldn't tap into the people over there, so who organize those things so meticulously that you never hear any negative feedback, really, when they're ready to book them flights, logistics, and all of that? Because now what I'm seeing or understanding is that the JFF will always have the same people and make the same mistakes, because Tricky man saying basically can't fire nobody.
I mean, those people are always making mistakes.
Who you call three card man? Because I don't want to I don't want to not correctly name the person. Are you talking about the Gensec?
Mr. The Gensec.
Alright, so he said he can't fire anyone. So based off the information from the whistleblower inside the JFF, does that not prove that he's lying? Because the man tell you who fire him. And he confirmed it. So when you read that, how can you believe people after that?
Yeah, but on a large scale, alright. You see him now coming in with a clean shave, white suit, persona, and transparency. You don't want to know, say, alright, we come in, and I've listened to him. This is not hearsay. It's like the last time I hear him talk, he was very distraught. It's almost like him saying, boy, the accountants have already checked them before, and some little foolishness, like all she did have to do basically was maybe call him and sign up so people could get them pay, or the person who did have all of the football boots and all that, something for the guy them quarter miles down the road, sit down, play on their phone and wait for a transport that never came. You understand? So him feel, and what he said was basically what you call the people who work for you now, basically he did have a problem with workflow.
Okay, so the people incompetent that he's working with, basically. So what?
And then tie up that him can't just the boss man, nobody come back.
Okay.
Because that's what for him. So his job is hard, because him basically the people who is there basically maybe are under contract that you can't, a labor business that will happen when you gotta come back.
So then, alright, so why was it so easy, Carla, so why was it so easy to lay off the next one that spoke out about what took place in the meeting?
Because it's a collective effort now. Because all the people who would have backed him, now back him. Because them say, oh boy, yeah, all of we attack again, so all of we are going to sign off for you. But you have other people who, remember, when London got the job, and the president come out and say, look here, me no want who say, me supposed to have, and this is the man me want. So for other people have them people who them put in them sockets, where you can't dig them out, because everybody have a grandfather round them over there. So again, JD, on the other side though, I was worried. I mean, I said, boy, me like the coach, me like Grimson, but me don't know if when the next people come in, if he will be there. So it's almost like me, I said, boy, me go stick to the evil one, me know.
Okay.
But more me see these things pop up. Me basically I have to go say, boy, I go me really like Mr. Anderson. Go on in and let me see what you can do. And another thing, I mean, I'm more than one twice because my heart full and me no call every day. When them build up all this strife and they put in Xavier right now, who is not my favorite candidate, when December come and the election call and all of them are ship on you, I mean, the girl them not get paid, the next organization come in, who are the girls now? When December come, who are the girls?
The federation owe the girls them, it can't erase. Your money can't erase. You play for Jamaica,
so they can make a bad situation for the next people coming in, right?
Yeah.
So the next people coming in may have the girls breathe down them neck, because them the next people in the federation who never have nothing to do with them or a bill.
Well, you take up Jamaica problem. Before this previous administration got problems from the previous one. This current one had problems from the previous one. That does not change. It's a part. All right. So for instance, look a job. And the business place owed debt. Clearly them tell us them owe the debt before them hire, you know. And one of the reasons why them hire you are because them say you're competent enough to come on and fix that problem. So that's a part of your problem, and you sign up for it. So I don't think that's the road to go. They want the job regardless because they saw that it's beneficial even with the problems. That's what agreeing to something that is very much clear would say to me.
All right, JD, one last thing. When Anderson come in, or when Ricketts is re-elected, and them still are going with them foolishness, me I go start a campaign that me I go call out all of the people who advertise for them, and me I go tell me fellow callers, say don't buy nothing, don't buy no more Adidas clothes, don't join that bank over there, so if you have an account over there, so take your money out. Because that's it. You see, us who are so helpless, we love the football and we want it to go forward, and we donate to good causes. But when the JFF decide to sit down in there and disrespect we, what me would have liked to do is call out all of the people, them, the water people, them, what them I get, the nutrition people, everybody who will give them any form of sponsorship. That is, I feel say that is the only way we can make change from far.
That's exactly what I've said to them. So when the email come in and ask if the man say nah go buy a jersey, me say if everybody don't buy a jersey, them say 2,000 people here say them nah buy a jersey. Them have to change certain things.
And it's not only 2,000 people who nah buy a jersey. We are gonna call out and say, you see that JD company over there so we sponsor JFF. We now buy non-farm.
So you make So you make sure you set them up for no say them put them align themselves with a failure, so them not for even support them. So you make it hurt them where it me get where you man.
That is the only way we can get a talk. Cause we don't have no votes and nobody now listen to our we are take headache pill and we have migraine and we have stroke over the JFF and we can't do nothing. And this is the only way we can have our power back.
All right.
Call out who I help them.
All right. Mr. Johnson, you can call in and give your take then, and let me see which.
Go on, Mr.
All right.
I feel a bit better now. You're my therapist.
No. I just put on the call in. I can't be in a therapist. I'm just giving the information and stuff, man. Big up, and thanks it again, yeah?
All
right. Yeah, man. All right. Mr. Johnson, D.A. Johnson, all you do is just call in, give your take, and you say the people now make no sense of them IQ, this and that. Make sure you call in and your IQ as high as possible, you know. Alright, so call in. People, have we hit 200 likes as yet? Let me know. Pastor, go ahead. Do you have any other point that you wanted to touch on, Pastor? Because I wanted to go into the squads that played, because we had played some matches, you know. Maybe people don't know about it, you know, but we have played some matches. All right. We have played some matches, people. With the girls them that we might be using, and I'm telling you, those games I've watched them the last time with the CAC. So go back and try and look for the CAC. I think some of them either on the website. I think I'm gonna try and put them in the Discord for you to watch it, so you know the level of the team if we don't get the first team. Alright, yes. Boris says the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Alright? Yeah, man. Johnson, call in the show. Let me hear from you. What you have to say, you know? Alright, so alright. Jeremy Miller call back. Oh God. Jeremy Miller, what going, big boss?
Yeah. Is Pastor still on?
Pastor's on the next line, so you have to say something and then he's gonna hear it and then respond after.
Okay, I thought it was in the Discord.
I'm not set up everything as yet because every day I'm kind of busy doing a lot of things, you know. I just spare the time to do this. Then you know, I have some major projects that I'm working on, so sorry about that. I will connect everything. Yeah?
All right, Pastor, if you listen, I know you talk about you. I think you say you come from Manchester region, South Manchester, and last time me and JD get into it, it was about Cross Keys and I think
Oh Lord.
Manchester High.
Oh Lord.
And I'm from that region. You know, my family is from that region. I used to go to New Broughton Primary School before actually, you know, I was back and forth between Kingston and New Broughton. And anyway, so I went down during COVID time and I was looking at the footballing structure, the field. There was no development in that area still. I have a couple of my cousins that left from Kingston that actually went down and they actually play football for Cross Keys. My point to you, you know, if you're listening, I haven't seen much development in that area of Manchester. Can you, you know, elaborate a little bit of what is going on the last couple of years? I mean, if you have seen any transgression, any you call it progress, you know. So I'm just gonna listen because I don't see it. All right, JD, talk to you again, boss.
All right. Thanks very much, bossy. All right. So, Pastor, you heard that, Pastor? Yeah, that
And
was what Jeremy Miller giving you a message.
yes, just to say, I am not from South Manchester. I went to school at the Beth Arbor All Age School, which is in what you would call South Manchester. So the area where Cross Keys and New Broughton and all of those places are would be my trampling ground back in the day when I went to school around that side. Anyway, Cross Keys is further south than Newport is. The Beth Arbor district is kind of a part of the Newport district. Cross Keys is further south still, but we normally have matches between Cross Keys and Beth Arbor, both football and cricket, and track and field too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, but the question he asked, whilst the Manchester program boasts a former president, he might not be the president of the parish association now, but he was a JFF. There's one of them in that setup that was a former JFF president. Especially South Manchester has not seen any development that I know about. And that's for the last 20, 30 years. I don't know of nothing infrastructurally done. The fields are still atrocious. Them no level, them no fully grass, them no have all kind of stuff. They no have water pipe for water them to keep them green.
Pastor, you have to wait, you know, because me have to do my sponsors them because the people may donate. The people may donate.
I answered the question. I answered the question. The answer is no. I have not seen any development.
Because I thought you're gone now. You talk about your grandfather and the 16 tribes them when Jesus did born. And
no, answer his question.
All right. Yes. All right. So people, please, we have 30 more to go to reach 200. Just keep smashing the like button, keep sharing, keep subscribing. We have 3 people that donated, so let me give them their credit. One donated, but I saw them put unknown, so look like they don't want me to call their names. So one donated 20 US, one donated 25 US, and one says big up the actual show 15. So 20, 15. Yeah. So big up to all of the persons that keep sponsoring the show because people said to do so. So the link is right there for others that want to sponsor it. So massive respect. Morning show. You guys keep on making the show a blast, all right? And we just have a conversation going. DA said, I'm driving, bro. So my focus have to be on point. All I'm saying is sometime we got to temper our reasoning and try to stop reason from an emotional standpoint, but be rational. So I've laid out everything, Johnson, which is the facts as to what we have gotten, and people acquired that fact and give their response to it. So I can't tell people how to respond, which you never said that. All right. So the next time, what you can do, call in and give a less emotional reasoning to that, and then others can follow suit. So no problem. All right, no problem. You call in next time. All right. Let me move on to the other games then, because we have to give you some information. So we played 3 games in the CAC. All right, the boys' performance was terrible. All right, terrible. We still saw some talents there. I think Krista J. Daly, we saw him as a talent. One of the centre backs them was a talent. And my boy in midfield was a talent as well. From foreign, from Leicester. Yes, and Tyler Roberts showcased that he wants more game time at that time, but he's definitely a talent. So those are the 4 guys I picked up there. The goalkeeper was pretty much, he was very energetic, but he's incredible short. But he showed some skills. So the goalkeeper, some people would say that they would put him in it, but for me, he's too short. So he couldn't get the job done for me. Yes. Brandon Cover, yeah, thanks. Barry says sad, but the reality is they don't care about football. Okay. Alright, so let me move on. So just to give you the next side as to the girls them. So if we don't have a full strength team, I think the core of the team will be made up via the ones out of the main pack that says they're gonna come anyway. And with these girls, alright, I'm trying to get the list to give it to you. Alright? Yes, I'm trying to get the list to give it to you. Because I had one of the list. Alright, so let me get the CSC games. CSC woman games. CSC woman football games. So I can get the teams. Yes, because I had the teams. So I want to give you the names that Jamaica had at the time. Alright. Alright, so this is where we finished 1 point above Colombia. Alright. They withdrew, so we finished last. Alright, yes. I'm trying to get the games that Jamaica played to see if I can get the match itself. Alright, let me see if I can get the report. Alright, so the report. Alright, so this will connect us directly to the report. Yeah, this is beautiful. So we can get the starting list. Alright, so these are the players that we are looking for. Destiny Powell, you know that she's in the list for a long time. Youth 17s, Youth 15s, Youth 20s. Alright, Adam Alerkan, Alufa Salada, Adam Alerkan, she is there. One of the young girls that came in the national team that made a step down. Yes. Malia Atkins. I have to do some research on her. Bonick. Then you have Sydney Bellamy, goalkeeper. Wilson, Danique Wilson, was one of the Jamaican kids that they do think that will pass through and get some game time. Sidney Clark. Shanine Nelson. Carisha Thomas, Michaela Days. Gray. Chambers, Andreen Smith, these are the popular ones that we know. Davia Richards, she came in forward / midfielder, yes. Lauren Reid, Logan McFadden, Shanil Buckley, she was on our main team, yes, and she's on all of the teams. Malakai Days, Tiana Burnett, and Nataya Atkinson, alright. And Xavier Gilbert's head coach, assistant coach, and Dunswell always as one of the assistant coach, if not the head coach. All right, and yes, so those are the players that we will have to start with, and then whoever comes, we add with it. Would that be a good team enough for you? Let me know. I think that's how they're gonna pick a few players out of this, and whoever comes, they're gonna work with that. Alright, to make a team. Can you get a strong team out of this? Because all of these players, Buckley, I saw Buckley, Richards, Andreen Smith, these are the popular ones. Aside from Adam Larkin, Danique Wilson, these are the popular ones that they do have. Those 5 players with Adam Larkin would have added to be 6 of the popular ones. Alright, and then you mix it with the next maybe 10, 12 players. I think it would be significantly weak. It will be significantly weak because I saw these girls playing under 17s, under 20s, and it's not close to big level football, you know. Ishmael, Ishmael, I don't know who. Please, don't, Ishmael, don't block and Juras. Please don't block Ishmael and make him speak. And nobody block anybody. Please, me I beg you no. That's not the one. Me just have a good stream now. Me I beg you no. Me now come back later, you know. Even me have the information, me not coming back later. You get me? If you not keep on a war, people, because information this we are giving you. We're actually happening because I know you guys never knew that we played in the CAC games as ladies, you know. You get me? Yeah, man. So let's stop the disrespect and just watch what we do, you know. And the teams that we're playing against is El Salvador, and the Mexican team was not the strongest Mexican team. Yes, it's not the strongest Mexican team because I can pull up the Mexican team that gives Trinidad and Tobago 6 is not the same one that gave us 7. You understand me? And it goes to show that some of these players are nowhere near to the mature level. All right. Remember, these players never made it to even the final knockout stage. Most of these players never made it to the final knockout stage. You get me? So it's either we're going to go into a rebuild, like what we did with the men's football. You get me? The men's football, but the men's football went the opposite way, which is we get overseas based players. All right, so is it that we're going to just look at set the overseas based players because when these players can't get along, so we have to look for some more overseas players? Do we have that collection? Because I think all of these players that's not seen eye to eye with the JFF, those are the players that are the top level players we can actually get. So I think it can't go the opposite, it can't go the next way, the next direction as to how it happened with the boys. I think what we have right here is what we have. You understand me? So it's going to be tough if some of the girls them don't show up. If 7 or 5 show up, I can tell you we have no chance to win none of these matches. If 7 or 5 of the main player them show up, and we have to rely on these players. I no disrespect to them, but I think the level of football between 20 and 17, and they could make it at 20 and 17. So I don't think they're going to make it at the big level. I'm very sorry. So we have to get the girls them coming in, or we have to just decide that we're going to build a core. So when things like this happen, I'm just talking on the side of if we don't get any ban, you know, and we can always learn from somewhere, like put some people in to continue to learn, because this shows how much matches these girls have gotten at the big level. But all of them, they aside from the draw, they lost them. And if you watch the games, even the one that they drew, they weren't the better team in it, you know. So that shows you if we go back to the square zero, we are not on the level of no other teams in football. So thank God we can get these overseas based players. You get me? And that's why a lot of people, when it comes down to voting, they're saying they have to vote for the evil that's in now. You understand? Because the next one want to go this direction, and they clearly show you that this direction is not working. You get me? Bring back Sweatman, but I think Sweatman might pick the side of the girls them and don't go. Or maybe she will go, because maybe she was on the other side. So maybe it's the other side. Good thing fouling. Maybe the other side that's not in league with them, and pick the side of Mr. What the next brother name that got fired? Maybe they are the ones that they're going to try and call to put on the team with these ones. Well, we are going to know how the actual attitude group, that's what they call them as, how important they are, because I think if they stop, we can't win nothing. That's all I'm telling people. You get me? Yes, so go ahead, Pastor, go ahead. Just wanted to make sure we give that. No girl should show up, just abandon. But you had a split back then, you know, in that Mr. the one they caused, you know, the first one that got moved. He caused a fiction, you know. So some sided with him, you know, and some didn't. You get me? Yes. So I think those are the ones that sided with him might be coming back now to make up with the numbers. JD, they probably still owe some of those others players as well. Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, Vin Blaine. Yes, man, it's Vin Blaine. Go ahead, Pastor, because we are coming down to the end of the show.
You know what? A lot of people who operate under the term where you use the spin doctors don't want to talk about. The JFF earned money different from the money that was allocated to pay the girls.
Yes, that is facts. That is facts, yeah.
They earn the money. That money is not solely to run election to secure their position. That money is to run the entirety of the Jamaica Football Federation, including continued payments on your debts that you got when you became the management of the JFF, debts that you would incur for the day-to-day operations, as well as your salaries. So this notion that the JFF even need to be borrowing money from the female side of the program is rubbish, because FIFA has handed over your World Cup benefits.
Facts.
So there's no need to be taking money from one side to the next.
That shows the depth of the problem then. That's what you're not realizing. That shows the depth of the problem then. That means they owed way more.
And that's why they don't want to talk about it. No. JD, there is such a thing as a payment plan. The same payment plan that they have ascribed to taking care of the debt that they incurred from Schaefer time. Was it Schaefer? Yeah. There is such a thing as a payment plan. So you pay off those that are way back. And they have no reason to owe the girls, because that is not coming from the money that they got. That money that they're supposed to pay the girls is not pay the girls. Is just money that they're supposed to just hand over. They got that money to hand over. So the back per diems that they owe the girls or bonuses, they pay that from the money that they receive. They're clumping everything into one to make it appear as though they are double paying the girls. You're not paying the girls. You're handing over the money that FIFA gave you for the girls. That's not a part of paying the girls. That's a two different thing that in a JD when them a clump in a one enough. There's a check that was given to them by FIFA for them just to pass to the girls, and that is because of the infrastructural procedures. So FIFA didn't take it upon themselves to pay each individual team. They went through to the federations, because they would have had to create a whole accounting spreadsheet to deal with that within the FIFA accounting network. FIFA chose not to go that route. And it is instructive. It is instructive that FIFA could do it, because that's what they did to pay Nigeria direct. But they just didn't want to. They just didn't want to paralyze the autonomy or the power of any federation in the program. So they upheld the federation for what it's worth within each sovereign state. So they went through them. So, okay, you just hand over this money. But that is not payment by the federation.
Agreed.
So when it comes out now that the federation is in just handing over the check, you have to ask, will the girls ever get paid within a timely manner? Because since it is already overdue, long overdue, it just does not create any situation where you can say these men and women are following any accepted financial management planning and procedures. And then they have these goons that they send out to do their biddings with them foolishness.
Yeah, man, I agree.
Here's what's true. This is not by chance, And I've been saying this from even before Edivision did the thing that Xavier will be the coach. Because JD, what a lot of people don't understand, There's no way the JFF did not know that Morgan was under investigation in September, you know.
Don't count it. Don't count. Don't, I'm not 100% sure.
No,
Don't
let me support,
count
let me
on it.
support it. Let me support what I'm saying. Let me support what I'm saying with this. It is why you are sure that they had no intention from the get-go of renewing Donaldson's contract, no matter how well he did. The first opportunity that they got to get rid of Donaldson, to get back at the girls for demanding Vin Blaine be removed, they were going to use it. They have these appendages, these failed appendages attached to the program for this very reason. So
Alright.
Eddie Vision was very correct in the information received that he did in the podcast. And I watched it from the day when he put it out.
Yeah.
That Xavier would be the coach.
All right. So
Because it was their intention.
okay. All right. So we're gonna slow it down right there. People, 200 odd people still here. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. Please do hit the like button and get us way over the 200 so we can even go with the 300 or so. What I'm going to do. Thanks to everyone that donated, and the link is still there for persons that wants to donate, or you can save it until later as well. Yeah. I'm going to have to stop now because we have to go on the road, but I've not gotten to talk about the preparation for the Canada game for the boys. So I'm going to add that into the rest of the stuff that we had, because I know that once we have to add callers. Once you have to add callers, the show will get drawn out, and I don't get to do everything on my list that I do have. You understand me? Yes. So that's why I said I'm just gonna do 2, because I always want to hear from the people as to how I am feeling, you know, to see if we are on the same page. If you're not, I have no problem. You know, I'm just gonna give my side and you give your side as well, and then we settle right there. Ishmael, well, don't disrespect Juras. Let me just done that right there. The whole away, Virgin. I saw you guys in all different chats, so don't. Let me just leave it right there. I don't know what happened. You don't know if it was in his pocket or something. I am not picking up for him. I don't know. So I will try to investigate that, and we will try to fix that in the future. You get me? JD Donaldson, Namito, stop call now forward looking. Okay. Josh I says the money that JFF earn is not to pay players. The money is to pay the JFF workers in the office. Oh dear, these girls come out talking about they want money. Jay I think if that's what you're saying, you miss the whole concept of what's going on. If you owe somebody their money, and you said out your own mouth, said you're gonna pay them all of the money that's owed throughout the entire pool of money that you got. Them not really care where you want to get the money from. They need their money that was obligated to them, which has nothing to do with you. And then they want their balance of money, what you said you're going to pay them, because that was the deal. And they need their bonus as well. Because remember, you owe them for months. And so you're relying on that to pay them. Jay. So please listen to the story, follow up the story, because it's very clear. Because even the JFF actually agreed to pay them their money. So why would they, if they are looking at it this the same way as how you are looking at it, why would the JFF agree to pay them? You understand me? Yes, so Jay, that is not a leg that you want to stand on, because them themselves said that they need to pay them. So that means they know that they are the money that they owe them is overdue, and they need their money. And it looks like several different packages they have for them. And Jay, I know if you are working at a limited job and if you get a big payout, which is 3 different types of payout, and you don't get it, Jay, I am honestly telling you, you're going to be upset. You know, worse if you're in a lower pay, and ladies football does not pay as high as the men's. So obviously maybe you got it mixed up, or maybe you're being sarcastic as what person said. All right, yes, but as what I said, smash the like button on your way out, people. We're going to stop right here. I think we have explained everything. We're going to add the rest of it in the next stream, which will be around 11 o'clock. So 2 streams I will be doing today. All right, yes, and we will bring the additional information.
Now is 11 o'clock for you, JD?
I don't know, Pastor. I said I'm going to come on tonight, you know? But so I'm going to come on tonight. I'm just telling the people that I'm
So
coming on
what time is it where you are now? That's what I was saying.
I don't know what time it is. I think it's around some time. Around 4 o'clock, Pastor.
All right. Got you.
Sure. Stop ramp.
No,
Ramping
I'm
the
just
Pastor.
checking to see what time it is. 5 hours from now, for get you to 11. Yeah.
Trump, this says, man them strike, woman them strike, U20, fail, U17, fail, U15, fail, parallel money, girls them money, yeah, okay, well, everybody get fed up. All right, so people, go Snake, big up yourself. Me tell you, say, him and Cataract are almost the same. The only thing is, him will listen a little bit, and Cataract ears them no work. Him not have no ears. So next time you see Cataract, you say, Cataract no ears. In the listen, none at all. You know? Yeah. But so people, massive respect. Take your time. Let me just go back over what we talked on. The coach being named, which is Gilbert. Xavier Gilbert. He was the assistant coach. Yes. JFF statement, which came from the coach. No, the Gensec, which is can the background stop now? Let me close up this background calling, because I have no need for it to be on. Because Pastor, you need to breathe hard like Pastor underwater. So let me close it off. Yes, because I'm done. So yes, so Simon Preston sent something to the press. We went through that, and we went through the statement kept coming from the TVJ that never it never come across what Simon said and also what Mr. Dennis Strong said as accurate. All right? It's completely opposite. All right? But obviously, we're not picking up for Simon because obviously, if he's involved, he's going to get beaten. Yes. But I think he's just a man that puts out things because that's what they were lacking. So I guess he just gets things to put out. So I don't think you have to beat him for that. But he has to be reading the room and realize that his job comes with his career and his line and the line, you know? Yes. All right. Name Smith, big up yourself. Yeah, man. Bessas, I will do the additional information as well. Take care of yourself, people, and see you later. Bye-bye.